Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin with breaking news. Police have now set up yellow tape after investigators responded to a report of a body found near the Red River by Villa Maria at 3102 South University Drive. Valley News Team's Alexandra Kay is live on scene for us with the latest. Alexandra?
Andrea, it is a much quieter scene now than it was earlier, but there are still a few officers here continuing that investigation. The body was taken away by Fargo Fire and Police just moments ago. They came up over that snowbank there from the river. The body was taken away by the coroner's van to be autopsied. During the body removal, Fargo Fire was seen holding snow shovels and carried up from the river what looked like frozen clothes. Fargo Police has not yet confirmed anything else. Reporting live in Fargo, Alexandra Kay, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks, Alexandra. Stick with Valley News Live as we continue to learn more. Go to the VNL app and find this story. We have new information surrounding a murder in Bemidji. Police have arrested 2 more people on charges of conspiracy of aggravated robbery and simple robbery. Court records show 19-year-old Lauren Jones and 18-year-old Deja Madison are both in the Beltrami County Jail facing multiple charges. Authorities say the 2 allegedly set up a robbery on February 17th, trying to rob 18-year-old Antonio Parkhurst after he fired 2 shots. The incident led to the deaths of 20-year-old Lupe Rosillo and injured a 17-year-old male.
But reality is we have some ups and downs. But in the end, we always go higher.
Fears of the coronavirus spreading have caused the stock market to dive these past few days, including today. And that has many of you worried about your financial investments. So how should you react? Valley News Team's Joshua Peguero asked local financial experts.
The volatile activity on the U.S. stock market has some people pulling out their hair. Investment counselor Douglas Schmitz says the overall U.S. economy is strong and you shouldn't be so worried.
Seeing a few fluctuations. This one is, I'll say, a little easier to judge because of the strength of the economy that we have.
The highs and lows are attributed to the spread of the coronavirus. Schmidt says he personally has not fielded too many calls from clients concerned for their 401ks. Nonetheless, if you have one and approaching retirement, he suggests writing this out. The worst thing you can do is sell your investments, especially if you're not close to retiring.
Maybe they should allocate further into the markets, or maybe they should increase their 401k contributions. Maybe they should do some things to really take advantage of the situation that's here.
At North Dakota State University, economics professor Dr. Robert Hearn has been monitoring how the disease is impacting the economy.
There is less air travel in Asia. There's less international movement. People are canceling their trips.
While he agrees the underlying economy is strong, the global economy, he says, may be a little bit different.
We hope that our health concerns will abate, and in a couple months, we go back to normal economic activity globally.
Both say they can't predict when the stock market will turn around, given the continued uncertainty with the coronavirus. In Fargo, Joshua Peguero, Valley News Live.
Today's losses were the 6th straight session that Wall Street's main indexes have taken a nosedive. Today, the leaders of Fargo, West Fargo, and Cass County signed a spring flood emergency declaration after the National Weather Service released a new flood outlook. The reason for the slight reduction is because February was relatively dry. However, we still have lots of snow and the ground is pretty wet from the fall. Also, our weather in the coming weeks can really change things. March can bring heavy snow, heavy rain, or even a fast melt. To see the river levels for your community, just go to the VNL app and find this story. We were waiting on the sun today, but then the snow showed up instead. Good thing it's been light. Here's Hutch with more in your No Wait Weather Planner. Hutch?
All right, and speaking of that flood, the flood formula that we kind of keep our eyes on, the first couple of things you see on Hutch's list here, well, they've actually come to being. The wet fall definitely happened. That moisture froze into the soil. And now we have some pretty deep snowpack with quite a bit of water in that soil. How fast it melts and any additional moisture are the 2 question marks that we still have. Now, some good news on that is as we look forward, not much in the forecast. We're going to stay cool and we'll have a couple little weather wiggles work their way through. 1 next week. So we're dry through then for the most part. And then the following weekend, there might be a chance at some more hit and miss showers of snow. But at this point, nothing too heavy or overly concerning, carrying us all the way in through the first week or so of March. Let's talk about this evening. Wow, a little bit of light snow flying in front of the sky cam there. Slippery roads as we have a shot of snow making its way from north to south through the region, including right here in the FM area. Temperature-wise, we're in the teens, and we'll slip into the single digits briefly as we go through the late evening hours. I'll have hour-by-hour details on a nice warming trend that follows coming up here in just a minute.
All right, thanks, Hutch. A man is facing a felony charge for allegedly spreading a picture of two children performing sexual acts. Court documents show 25-year-old Johnson Tollefson is charged with promoting sexual performance by a minor. According to court papers, he uploaded an image on Tumblr showing a young girl performing a sexual act on a young boy. Both children were under the age of 10. This charge is a Class B felony. Tollefson is expected back in court on March 2nd. A 29-year-old woman faces several charges after a police chase through the metro that ended when she crashed into a snowbank. It started around 1:30 this morning on 8th Street in Moorhead. Authorities tried to stop 29-year-old Cheyenne DeShano of Fargo, but she took off, eventually driving into the city of Fargo. Police tried to use stop sticks and a pit maneuver, but the chase ended when DeShano drove into that snowbank. She's in the Cass County Jail on multiple charges, including open container and several warrants. The North Dakota Superintendent of Public Schools is facing a possible DUI charge after getting pulled over. The Highway Patrol arrested Kirsten Baszler around 10 last night on Memorial Highway in Mandan. Authorities say she refused the blood and breath tests, but deputies could smell alcohol on her. Baszler released a statement this morning saying, quote, "I made a serious mistake last night. I let down my team at the North Dakota Department of Public Instruction. I let my family down. I let myself down. I am deeply sorry for my actions." Investigators are looking for the cause of a house explosion that sent 4 people to the hospital in Valley City. The call came in last night around 9, and crews stayed on scene overnight and into the morning. The 4 people taken to the hospital are expected to be okay. The house is destroyed. It was just over 24 hours ago in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, when a gunman opened fire at one of the city's famous beer makers, killing 5 people before taking his own life. Investigators are now working to piece together exactly what happened and why. Here's the latest from NBC's Dan Sheneman.
Milwaukee is a community in mourning, grieving the loss of 5 employees of the Molson Coors Beverage Company, killed by a coworker who then took his own life.
Okay, confirmed active shooter. Shooter's still at large.
The tragic shooting erupted Wednesday during the workday.
And they thought they were going to go to work, finish their day, and return to their families. They didn't, and tragically, they never will.
The gunman, identified as 51-year-old Anthony Farrell. Police descended on the suspect's home looking for answers. Neighbors are shocked and saddened.
This has never been anything that I would have ever thought would happen around here.
Within moments of the first reports of a shooting, police and tactical units rushed to secure the complex, which includes more than 20 buildings and over 1,000 employees.
We're a family here at Molson Coors in Milwaukee, and this is an unthinkable tragedy for us.
The facility, known locally as the Old Miller Brewery, is a staple of Milwaukee, where the community is coming together.
It's shock and disbelief at first. Then it was, what can we do to help support?
Support for a grief-stricken community, reeling in the wake of tragedy. Dan Sheneman, NBC News.
Authorities also identified the victims as Molson Coors Brewing Company employees ranging in age from 33 to 57. Police are still investigating a motive. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says this is not the time for name-calling following President Trump's response to the coronavirus outbreak. During her weekly briefing, Pelosi noted that a bipartisan agreement is in the works for emergency funding to combat coronavirus.
We're coming close to a bipartisan agreement, and the Congress says how we can go forward with a number that is a good start. We don't know how much we will need. Hopefully not so much more, because prevention will work.
Officials say House Republicans are urging Democratic leaders to stop using this as a political moment. All this week, dozens of teachers for the Dilworth Glendon Felton School District have been protesting for a new teacher contract. They've been meeting before the bell rings in front of the elementary and high schools. There's currently an impasse between the school board and the teachers regarding pay. The president of the teachers union says they feel the district isn't working to unify the groups.
We are interested in recruiting and keeping quality educators, and to do that we need to be competitive with the market that we're in.
The teachers plan to be out there again tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning. People around the country are helping a Wish take flight today. They're taking part in a unique program called Wishes in Flight that allows Make-A-Wish to give dream vacations to children diagnosed with critical illnesses. And you can help them fulfill this mission. Let's go live to Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard, who can share more on how we can help. Callie?
Yeah, hi, Andrea. I'm at Make-A-Wish right now in the room where many children have received their wishes. One of those previous Wish children is Emily Gard here. Now tell me a little bit about your wish.
Yeah, so I went to Hawaii. It's been about 17 years ago, and got to take my whole family, and it was an amazing week.
Okay, and can you kind of tell me, I guess, how this changed? I mean, you said that it happened so quickly, but you still remember it to this day.
It's an unforgettable trip. I mean, every single detail is planned out. They take amazing care of your family and you, and it's just like, there's no words to explain how amazing Make-A-Wish is, and the trips that they give people with life-threatening illnesses.
All right, thanks so much. And Make-A-Wish has been working since midnight, and they're going to be working until midnight tonight to be getting as many wishes as they can for the Wishes in Flight campaign. Right now, I just heard that they're at 400,000 miles right now, so that's awesome to hear. So we are going to continue to track these numbers for you. But for now, reporting live in South Fargo, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks, Callie. And today's not your only day to donate. You can call 1-800-362-9474 or visit northdakota.wish.org.